teacher Julie. Today we will read a story called Edward G. and the Beautiful Pink Hairbow. Golden Books. Reading on your own. Road to Reading. Mile 3 by Marsha, Diane, Arnold. Illustrated by Kara Stormer Brooks. This is my little brother Edward G. He doesn't talk much yet, but he sure knows how to insist. At breakfast, he insists on smashing bananas in my hair. When I'm practicing piano, he insists on banging Mom's pots and pans. And every night while Mom fixes dinner, he insists read his favorite story 1,000 times. If Edward G didn't insist too much, there wouldn't have been a problem last Wednesday afternoon. On Wednesday afternoons, all the kids in the neighborhood met in my room for our weekly trivia club. It's a good way to get something you always wanted, like Anne's glittery bangle bracelets. And it's a great way to get rid of things you don't want, like that orange and green sweater Aunt Julie knitted for me. Last Wednesday, I taped a sign on my bedroom door. Edward G, I said, pay attention. This sign says, no little brothers allowed. That means you. Edward G made a face. He headed toward the kitchen, banging Mom's best pot with a spoon. I rolled my eyes when I closed the door and waited for the trivia club. Anna arrived first. Look, Elephant J, she said. I have a whole wagon load of comic books to trade. Marcus brought his action figures. Jamie carried a box full of plastic dinosaurs. Carlos had a bag filled with marbles, moonstones, and cat's eyes. Shoko skated in on a yellow skateboard. She carried a red skateboard in her arms. Cynthia Lucinda arrived last. She twirled around the room, showing off as usual. Today, said Cynthia Lucinda, I've brought my grandmother's one of a kind hairbow to trade. I'll bet none of you has anything worth trading for it. Looks like a regular old hairbow to me, said Carlos. But Carlos was wrong. Cynthia Lucinda was wearing the most beautiful pink hairbow in the world. She knew it was beautiful, and she wanted a lot for it. Right away, I started looking through my closet for some fancy dress-up clothes to trade. I knew Cynthia Lucinda loved fancy dress-up clothes. That was when Edward G. pecked his head into my room. "No, little brothers alone," I yelled. I pointed to my sign. Edward G. had smashed bananas on it. "He can't read your silly sign," said Cynthia Lucinda. "He's only a baby." I closed my bedroom door tight. Edward G. banged on it. "Oh, let him in, 11J. He's so cute," said Cynthia Lucinda, opening the door. "But he doesn't have anything to trade," I said, "except pots and pans," laughed Jamie. I was upset. First, Edward G. was in my room and wouldn't live. Second, I didn't have anything good enough to trade for Cynthia Lucinda's beautiful pink hairbow. But I wasn't giving up. "Cynthia Lucinda, isn't this the neatest hat you've ever seen?" I said. Cynthia Lucinda ignored me. She was too busy admiring Edward G. "Cynthia Lucinda," I tried again. "This purple dress is perfect with the hat." But Cynthia Lucinda was still ignoring me. Now she was tickling Edward G. But just as she leaned over to give Edward G. a big hug, somebody yelled, "Trade ya!" Dinosaurs and marbles and comic books started flying. Carlos traded 3 cats' eyes and a moonstone for Anna's Manfred the Magnificent comic book. Jamie and Marcus traded 5 action figures and 1 Tyrannosaurus Rex for Shoko's red skateboard. When I traded Edward G. for the beautiful Hank, and I traded Edward G. for the beautiful pink Hairbow. After Cynthia Lucinda took Edward G. home, things were nice and quiet in my house. I didn't have to worry about smashed bananas in my hair, so I clipped my hairbow right on top of my head. I didn't have to wear earmuffs to practice piano. Instead, I wore my beautiful pink hairbow. And I didn't have to read Edward G. his favorite story 1,000 times while Mom fixed Wednesday night meatloaf. With my extra time, I tried on all my dress-up clothes to see which went best with the pink in my hairbow. At dinner, Mom got a little upset when Edward G. didn't show up. I had to explain all about my beautiful pink hairbow. 11J, she said quietly, stabbing her meatloaf a few times. "Bring Edward G. home right now." I filled my wagon with my 3 favorite sticker books, my teddy bear backpack, 5 stuffed animals, and lots of dress-up clothes. I knew how cute Cynthia, Lucinda. I filled my wagon with my 3 favorite sticker books, my teddy bear backpack, 5 stuffed animals, and lots of dress-up clothes. I knew how cute Cynthia, Lucinda thought Edward G was. I'd have to trade a lot to get them back. When I got to Cynthia Lucinda's house, Edward G was busy doing what he does best. He was insisting on coloring Cynthia Lucinda's pink wallpaper with red and black crayons. He was insisting on wrapping himself up like a mommy in her brand new dress. And he was insisting on smashing bananas in her hair. When Cynthia Lucinda saw me, she crossed her arms. She looked really mad. This wasn't a fair trade, Evelyn J., she said. You didn't tell me of insisting. I showed Cynthia Lucinda all the great stuff I brought to trade for Edward G. But in the end, the only thing she wanted was her beautiful pink Hairbow back. When Edward G. and I got home, Mom hugged him and gave him his dinner. What then, because I hadn't read him his before dinner story, Edward G. insisted on an after dinner story. I guess it wasn't a bad trading after all. Cynthia Lucinda hadn't had time to find out one last thing. Edward G. insists on cuddling warm against you while he falls asleep in your lap. Look for this road to reading books, Mile 3. Illustrators, Life in the Wilds, Barbiecamp, Ballet Buddies, Barbiecamp, The First Adventure, Barbiecamp, Kitty's Surprise, Beans Baker, Number 5, Bears, Life in the Wilds, Dino Roars, Edward G, and The Beautiful Pink Hairbow. Elephants, Life in the Wild. It's not Marsha's birthday. Little Prince Know-It-All, Lucky Star, The Magic Apple. Marsha is only a flower. Marsha makes me sick. When you are ready to move on, try the books in Mile 4. Do you like today's story? Edward G and the Beautiful Pink Hairbow. 바이바이. 구독과 좋아요 꾹꾹 눌러주세요.